Hello everyone, welcome back to another masterclass. Today's topic will be how to determine external factors. So to determine external factors, we have to go to the higher time frame. So first, you have to see, okay, where are we on the daily? So the current daily leg, we're going quite low. However, if you zoom out a little bit more to see where you are on a weekly, price has taken this low, but it has given a rejection candle, failed to close below completely. You take the line, you draw. As you can see, the body you have closed more above 36 than closed below 25. So this shows to me as a failed break of structure, no, or consider what we call as no close. Okay, so this is no close. So what does no close mean? Now that this is a no close, this would prove that this is a weak high, a potential weekly high. And at this level, the last time it's closed below was all the way back in 2020. So from here, what can we look for? Since these are weekly potential weak high, what we can look for is order flow shift on the daily. So far, we haven't had exactly the most convincing close, but okay, is it higher or lower? Let's see. 19 and 11, so still no close. So you can argue that this could be a weak low. Because what are we doing? If we draw a structure, we haven't gone like this, like this, like this, but we went here, right? And the immediate weak low will be here. If you go down to the hourly, what is your hourly structure looking like? It's like this, right? This is your hourly structure, and we have failed to close above. So since we have failed to close above, this will only show that right now there is a current weak low. Okay, so let's remove all these drawings. So this is your 4 hour, right? 4 hours. So we have closed above. We have reacted off this zone. There's a nice rejection candle over here. So on the 4 hour, we should go up above. So we're kind of in conflict. What can we do? So we just go back to our external factors, see where we are. Okay, here kind of pushed up. This is a nice zone that caused an internal break of structure on the daily. So we can see how price reacts here. If price reacts and respects this level, we can continue higher. But on the lower time frame, 4 hours, this zone has already been tapped once. So right now we're kind of in a range. You have to wait until price gives us a more convincing action to know where you're going. But if you ask me right now, gun to my head, is it bearish or is it bullish? My answer is bullish. We have turned bullish on the 4 hours. As you can see, we're making lower highs and lower lows, higher highs and higher lows. Correction. So what we can look for is a shift to the upside, and eventually we should be running up to this week high on the weekly. But who knows how long that might take. So then now, since we're drawn on a 4 hour, let's go down to the 1 hour. Is there anything on the 1 hour? On the 1 hour, seems to be currently bearish. We have not shifted order flow yet. Still bearish, yep. So to tell me that it's bullish, we need to have a 50% body closure above here. So if I want to see closure, it has to be at that, right? If it closes like this, let's say I draw a ticker. If it closes like this, no, this is a no close. If it closes like this, okay, at least 50% must be above 3.4, and let's do a 3.4. Should be a 3.4. Yeah, so this would be considered as a body closure above the level. So once we have closed above here, we can look for potential longs. And where would the next high be? This will all be considered as liquidity. The potential high to be taken is here externally, and the internal highs are here. So this is what we can look for. There's even a gap. If you like targeting gaps, that's where you can go. But one thing I look out for is a potential reaction of this zone. Yeah. So if you're a intraday trader, this is where you can potentially look out for. If you're a swing trader, you can potentially long off of here all the way high. And if you're a scalper, what can we see on the lower time frame? Okay, scalping, right? So our external factors, our weekly. Let me draw a text. Weekly, we have a no close, so our bias is bullish. Our daily, what's our daily saying? Our daily, we can look to close. No, we're looking to close below. But currently, we have a sort of an internal shift. So I would say, considering all things will be bullish on a 4 hour, or do we have a order flow shift? Yes, we do. On a 1 hour, currently is bearish. And on a 15, we're in range. We are leaning bullish. Now let me explain why. So, if you're not too sure, because you see, right here, there's this whole ass candle that happened at 4:30. No idea what happened. Probably news, maybe news. So let's go on to the next neighboring time frame, 30 minutes. Did we have a close? Nope. You see this nasty wick? This body failed to close below. Then you might want to argue, oh, but this closed below. Yes, it closed below, but it's a green candle closure, my friend. Green. And this is during spread hours, so the chart can be all quite, funky. So on the 30 minutes, there's a no close. So before we enter, let's not blindly enter. Let's wait for our order flow shift, okay? So let's give an example. 15 minute. 15 minute. Our structure is looking like this. Right? So we're making low highs and higher highs and higher lows. So this could potentially be an entry. If you have an entry model here, go for it. You could look to target until here, long until here. This is your weak high. Now that this has failed to close properly below. So let's say you enter off here, right? Cause 15 minutes. 15-minute internal break. This is your protected low or internal protected low. Since this is an internal structure, this is your external structure. So potentially what we can look for here is a reaction of the zone. Let's cover the internal low, targeting the weak high. Bang, there you go, that's right there. Entry model. It's forming right now as you speak. So this is what we can look out for, right? Even if you want to draw everything, minute demand, bang, this is what we're looking at. We go down to the even lower time frame, we can see the structure shifted. Yes, structure shifted here. So we draw from here, okay? So here's around spread hours. Let's draw a structure here. Right here. We are making higher highs and higher lows. Then we come back down to react. Price comes and wicks nastily. Maybe there is news. 927. No idea. Who knows? You may probably see on the forex chart. Forex factory, I mean. So this is high highs, high lows. Reaction. You could enter off here and target here. This is what we we're done, right? So you want to draw our structure. So this is a little bit messy. Let's delete this. This is our demand, right? This is our last low before you broke the highs, right? So we broke the highs. So this is a 3-minute internal break. So we wait for a nice rejection candle. You can enter off here. Up to you. Depending, check your data, see what works for you, what does not. For me, this is the highest probability. Alright. We wait until this candle closes. Let's just give a nice room to breathe, include some spreads. 5 pip, yeah? This is what I'll do. So you can either target all the way up here, or you can just target the internal structure, 1.9. There you go. Bang, that's right there. Just like that. This is running on its own. We'll just let it do, let it be. If you want, target here. Right. 6 pips. Let's cover the internal protected low. Some pips. Bang, there you go. Another entry. So yeah. So this concludes our lesson on determining external factors and a little touch on structure.